What up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your guy. Something. Hit the keys. Here today to do a quick review and demonstration over Slap by Young Audio in a collaborative effort with famed EDM producer Mr. Bill. Slap is basically a multi-effect plugin that's geared up for your drums. The idea behind Slap is basically to make whatever you put it on slap. So it does work for more than just drums. We'll go ahead and get into all that in the review. Make sure if you guys like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. But let's go ahead and get right into this review. Some, hit the key. All right, guys. So when you open up the plugin, it's going to look like this. It's got a nice looking GUI in my personal opinion, but all of Young Audio stuff always looks top notch. So when you're looking at it here, you see here up at the top, you have your clicks. You can add different kind of click sounds. You have your shape right here. So this is your transient shaper. You have fat right here. So this adds more punch, more oomph to whatever you put it on. You have clap. So clap adds like a synthesized clap sound to the beat. Right here, you have sub. So you can add sub harmonics to whatever sound you put it on, whether it's a clap, it's a kick, you put it on a piano, no matter what you put it on, you can add sub with this. You have spray right here. So this is kind of like a reverb to add a little bit of reverb to your sound. It also gives it a little staticky sound. Then you have your clipper right here. Clipper also has a punisher. This adds some distortion. You have squash down here. You got a low cut, you got a tame. And then this right here is the FX amount. So this control goes in tandem with this control right here. You can tune it, you can bypass it. And this right here shows you everything that's hitting. So every note that's hitting. So I made a little sample beat as always. I used Slap on the piano. I used it on the guitar. I used it on the 808. I used it on the drum bus. I used Slap on a lot in this beat. And then after I play the beat for you guys, I'm going to kind of go through what I used it for so you can use it for similar use case if you want to. The beat's not always mixed down as always, but let's go. All right, guys, so that's the little sample beat that I put together for you guys today. Let's go ahead and hop back into Slap and check it out. So again, when we open up Slap, it's going to look like this. So basically, this is what the piano sounded like that I used in that beat without Slap on there. So you can see the volume super low. Let's go ahead and turn it up just so that you can hear the notes. It sounds like this. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and turn Slap back on here for a second so that you guys can hear what it sounded like once I threw Slap on there. So with Slap on there, it's going to sound like this. So you can hear the little bit of reverb, you can hear a little bit of distortion on there, you can hear the clap on there, but it just gives the piano a little bit different vibe, a little bit of a different feel. So that's pretty cool. I also used it here on this guitar. So the guitar sounded like this without the Slap on there. I'm going to go ahead and turn it up because it's super low, but it sounds like this. So obviously, that's not how the guitar sounded at all in the beat. The guitar sounds like this with Slap on there. So that's pretty fire. You know, it like stressed out the extra noises that you hear in the guitar from the plugin. And it just adds so much with the punish, and you know, you can squash the sound, you can put a low cut on there, you can tame it. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. But again, that is pretty cool that it's like, you know, bringing out the extra transients and bringing out those extra noise so that you just get a completely different feel on whatever it is that you're using. Again, this plugin is geared up for drums, but it is good for whatever you want to put it on. Again, it's all about creativity. So that's what I kind of used it for. And then over here on the 808. So this is what the 808 sounded like without slap on it. All right, now once I throw slap on there. So again, you know, fire, you know, it just gives me that distortion that I wanted. It's a lot of distortion when you're just listening to the 808, but when it sat in the beat, you didn't notice all that extra distortion, but it just brought out the upper harmonics of that 808 so that you could hear it on a cell phone speaker or whatever it is that you're listening to it on. And then the next thing that I used it on was this drum bus. So this is what the drums sounded like without the slap on there. All right, so now once we throw slap on there, they're gonna sound like this. So you can hear, obviously, it made them slap a little bit more. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to turn off this hi-hat for a second or mute it. And then we're gonna go ahead and hop back into the slap and we're going to mess with some of the controls. So as you're looking over here, so this is basically showing you where the notes are hitting that are going through slap and what would be a sequencer. So that's pretty cool. You can change the way that it goes. So you can change the notes so it'll show differently. So that's pretty cool as well. And you can change the way that it looks too. So you see how it's not giving it to you in the sequencer, it's just giving you as a one shot. So boom, we'll just put it back on that. Now, when we get down here at the bottom, we're looking at different things. So, you know, we have this fat button right here, which makes it punch a little more. So let's go ahead and turn it off, and then I'm going to turn it on while it's playing. So you get control over the boost points, you get control over how much, you know, you want to add to it, and you get control over the envelope. What's cool too is that you can move these modules around, and it's really easy. Boom, bam. So next here we have a digital clap noise. So you can hear with everything that hits, it's giving it that digital clap too. If you don't want to send this to a bus, you don't have to send it to a bus. You can put it on the track if you want to. If you don't want everything to get that clap, like if you have hi-hats or snares or whatever, open hats, if you don't want it all to hit that noise, you can just put it on an individual track. But for the purpose of this demonstration, I just threw it on the bus. It was easier. It also has an XY axis over here, which controls the sound as well. So that's pretty cool. I love a kick that's layered with some kind of synthesized clap or some kind of static. So next right here, we have the transient shaper. So let's go ahead and check this out. With this tight down here, if you move the tight up, it's basically going to cut off the tail end of the transient. So just be careful with this tight knob. So with the tight 2, it's not that bad on a kick or like a hi-hat or something because it's a short, wave. But if you put it on like a guitar or piano, trust me, it's going to cut off the tail end of that piano or that guitar. And then next that we have sub. So you can add some sub harmonics to whatever it is you're playing it on. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off the clap for just a moment, or the snare for just a moment. So let's turn that off and let's go ahead and open this back up. And so again, messing with this is pretty cool. Bro, that's so fire. You know what I'm saying? So fire. And then you can tune it too as well. And then you can go from hertz or to notes. So that's cool too. So if you take it to notes, then it's going to follow whatever note that you have the kick on. So if you have the kick at a C, it's going to be a C. If the next one's a B, it'll be a B, which is pretty nice. You automatically have a sub that's going to be in key with the kick. So, I mean, that's fire. And then you have the spray right here. So this is a little bit of reverb. So I'm going to go ahead and turn this back on. Let's open this back up. But what's dope about this reverb on this right here is you notice how when you turn the reverb up, it doesn't take away anything away from the kick, which is pretty solid. A lot of times, even if you do have a reverb on a bus, it still takes away from the kick just a little bit. On this, it doesn't take away at all. And then last but not least, we have this clip over here. So with clip, obviously, we all know what clip does. It's a soft clipper, but and so then again, you can mess with the FX or whatever it is like that. I do want to show you guys just one more thing real quick, which I think is pretty cool. So with this plugin, I have this little super soft kick right here, super soft kick, right? And this kick basically sounds like this. All right, so that kick sounds like a mosquito bite. You know what I'm saying? So, but now we can throw some slap on there and mess with it a little bit. It sounds like this. So now you can hear it smacking. So if I played this kick before initially in the beat with everything else, it's going to sound like this. All right, but once I throw slap on there, now listen to the kick. So, I mean, basically, guys, that's the plugin for you. The intro price to this is $89, and that price is going to go up, I believe, to $119 on July 21st. So this pricing is only good for 3 weeks. I do think it's a solid plugin. My only con with the plugin would be the price. I feel like 89 might be pushing it a little bit, but it is definitely a good plugin. If you have the money for it, it's definitely something that I would recommend. It's pretty fire. As you can see, you can use it on anything. So it gives you distortion and lets you do transient shaping. It's got that super fire sub feature. You can use it on anything. As you guys see, I used it on a piano, I used it on guitar, and it gave all that stuff a completely different feel. So it's not really just a drum processor, it's more of a multi-effect, like they say, that's gonna make everything slap. So make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time I bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Appreciate you guys' time as always, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. All right, guys and gals, thanks for watching the video. Make sure you hit the subscribe and like button. Make sure you hit that notification bell so every time a new video comes out, you can be the first to know. Let me know what tutorials you want to see next in the comments, and see you next time.
Some, hit the key.